Do you know what actually made your dog pick you as their favorite person? Most dog owners assume it just happened naturally, or that their dog would love whoever fed them. But when you watch a dog in a multi-person household consistently choose one person over the others, you start to wonder what made that person the winner. Here are 8 things science shows you did to become your dog's favorite person, even if you did not realize you were doing them. Number 8. The shared moments. Think about the things you do with your dog on a regular basis. The walks around the block, the tug of war on the living room floor, the little training sessions in the kitchen. Every one of those moments felt small in the moment, but your dog was keeping track of every single one. Have you ever wondered why your dog looks at you with more excitement than they look at anyone else in the house? Research on canine bonding consistently shows that shared positive activities are one of the strongest predictors of which person a dog forms their deepest bond with. When you walk your dog, you are not just giving them exercise. You are sharing an experience with them where they are exploring the world beside you. When you play with them, their brain associates fun and excitement with your presence. When you train them, even for basic commands, you are engaging their mind and rewarding them for paying attention to you. The dog next to you has memories of all those moments. Every walk, every game, every treat given after they did something you asked. Those moments are the reason they get excited when they see you grab the leash. Those moments are the reason they perk up when they hear your voice. Next time you take your dog on a walk or throw a ball for them, remember that you are not just filling their day, you are building the foundation of why they chose you. Number 7. The predictable rhythm. Your dog knows when you get home. They know what time you feed them. They know what your morning routine sounds like from the other room. You probably never thought about how much of their world revolves around the patterns you set. But that predictability might be one of the biggest reasons they trust you the way they do. Research on canine attachment shows that dogs strongly prefer people who are consistent and predictable in their behavior. Dogs are pattern recognizers by nature. Their brains are constantly building models of their environment so they can anticipate what happens next. When one person in the household is unpredictable, coming and going at random times, or reacting differently to the same behavior day after day, dogs stay a little more on guard around them. When another person is steady and predictable, showing up at the same times and reacting the same way to the same things, dogs relax around them. That relaxation is what turns into preference over time. Your dog does not need excitement from you. They need to know what to expect. And every time you show up the same way you always have, you are reinforcing that they can rely on you. Think about what your dog experiences over the course of a normal week with you. They know when you wake up, they know what you eat, they know the sound of your keys when you leave, and the sound of your car when you come back. Every one of those patterns is a signal that says the world is safe and predictable when you are around. Next time you notice your dog completely at ease around you compared to someone else in the house, know that comfort was built one predictable day at a time. Number 6. The touch. Think about all the times you have absent-mindedly reached down and stroked your dog while watching TV, or scratched behind their ears while you were on a phone call, or hugged them just because. You were not doing anything on purpose. You were just being physical with them. But something was happening every single time you did that. Research on oxytocin release between dogs and their people shows that physical touch triggers the same bonding hormone in both directions. Every time you pet your dog, both of you get a small hit of oxytocin. It is the same hormone that bonds a parent to a child. And over months and years of casual touch, that hormonal reinforcement builds a deep connection between the two of you that other people in the house do not have. Dogs also crave physical contact more than most people realize. In wolf packs, physical closeness was a sign of belonging, and that instinct never went away when dogs moved into human homes. Every scratch, every pet, every belly rub was your dog's brain being told over and over that you were part of their pack and that you were safe. There is also something specific about the way you touch your dog. You probably have a specific spot they like to be scratched. You probably have a certain rhythm to how you pet them. Your hands know their body in a way no one else's do, and their body knows yours. That familiarity is another form of preference. They lean into you because your touch feels like theirs. So when your dog leans into you or comes over just to be touched, they are not being needy. They are seeking the person whose hands built that bond in the first place. Number 5. The eye contact. You probably never thought twice about looking at your dog. You talk to them, you look at them, you catch their eye across the room. It felt so normal that you never considered it might be one of the reasons they picked you. But your eyes have been doing something specific this entire time. A study published in the journal Science by researchers at Azabu University in Japan found that when dogs and their owners hold eye contact, both of them release oxytocin, the same hormone released through touch. The longer the mutual gaze, the higher the levels in both the dog and the person. They ran the same test with wolves who had been raised by humans, and this response did not happen. It appears to be a bond that evolved specifically between dogs and humans over thousands of years. Every time you looked at your dog and they looked back at you, that hormone was being released in both of your brains. Every soft gaze across the room, Every moment you noticed them and they noticed you noticing them. All of it was building the foundation of why you became the person they trust the most. Next time your dog holds eye contact with you, hold it back. That silent moment is doing more than you realize. Number 4. The warm voice. Think about how you talk to your dog. The tone shifts a little when you say their name. It gets warmer, higher, maybe a bit softer. You probably do it without thinking. It just happens because they are your dog. But your voice is one of the biggest reasons they picked you. Researcher Attila Andix at Eötvös Loránd University in Hungary trained 13 dogs to lie still inside an fMRI scanner and played them recordings of their trainer speaking in different tones. What they found was that dogs process words and tones separately, just like humans do. And more importantly, the reward center of the dog's brain only lit up when praise words were spoken in a praising tone. When the words were positive but the tone was flat, or when neutral words were spoken with excitement, the reward center did not respond the same way. That means every time you spoke to your dog with warmth in your voice, their brain was releasing dopamine, the same reward chemical they get from food. Your voice literally became one of their rewards in life. And that is not something they got from everyone. Some people talk to dogs like they are just there. You talk to yours like they mattered. So the next time you catch yourself using that silly voice with your dog, do not feel embarrassed. That voice is part of the reason you are their favorite. Number 3. The energy match. Have you ever noticed how you and your dog just seem to fit? If you are a calm person, you probably have a calm dog. If you are more energetic, your dog probably matches you. It seems like coincidence, but there is something more going on. Research on human-dog personality matching shows that dogs are drawn to people whose temperament matches their own. A calm dog will gravitate toward the quieter, more relaxed person in a household. An energetic dog will find themselves drawn to the person who moves faster and plays harder. This is not just preference. It is a form of compatibility that dogs seem to instinctively seek out. Studies have also found that dog owners often unconsciously choose dogs whose personalities are similar to theirs, and that similarity then reinforces the bond over time. What is interesting is how this shows up in everyday moments. If you are the type of person who likes quiet evenings on the couch, and your dog is the type who wants to lie next to you and settle down at the same time, that alignment is not random. Your dog picked you because being near you feels right to them. Their rhythm and yours are working the same way. So if your dog seems to just get you, it is not your imagination. On some level, they read your energy and matched it. And every time you engaged with them in a way that felt natural to both of you, that match got stronger. Next time you notice how well you and your dog just move through the day together, know that fit was part of why they chose you. Number 2. The good stuff. Think about the small good things in your dog's life. The treats, the meals, the favorite toy that appeared one day, the car rides, the trips to the park. You were the one behind most of those, and your dog remembers every one. But it goes deeper than just providing for them. Research on canine bonding through positive association shows that dogs form the strongest attachments with people they associate with positive experiences. This is called associative learning, and it is one of the most fundamental drivers of preference in dogs. Every meal you fed them, every treat you handed over, every time you opened the door so they could go run around outside, their brain was building an association. This person makes good things happen. But it is not just the big things, it is also the small stuff. The way you scratch that specific spot behind their ear. The fact that you always throw the ball a little further than they expect. The little routines you have that make their day feel good. All of those little positive moments added up over months and years. And now the sight of you triggers the same feeling those moments always did. So when your dog lights up the moment they see you, that reaction is thousands of good moments compressed into one look. Number 1. The early days. Think back to the beginning of your relationship with your dog. The first day they came home, the first weeks when everything was new to them, or if you got them as a puppy, those early months when the whole world was still forming in their brain. You may not remember all the details, but your dog does, because those days shaped everything that came after. Research by Scott and Fuller, in the Foundational Studies of Canine Development, established that dogs go through a critical socialization period between 3 and 12 weeks of age when their brains are most open to forming primary attachments. The people present during that window get imprinted in a way that lasts a lifetime. But even for adult dogs adopted later, research on rescue dogs shows the same pattern. The person who is present during those first vulnerable weeks in a new home, the person who helps them feel safe when everything is unfamiliar, becomes their attachment figure for life. Think about what those first weeks looked like from your dog's side. They had no idea what their new life was going to be. They did not know if they were safe. They did not know who was going to take care of them. And then you showed up and stayed there. You sat with them when they were nervous. You helped them figure out what was okay and what was not. You were the constant they could count on when everything else was uncertain. So if you were the one who was there in the beginning, sitting with them while they figured out this new place, being patient during accidents, showing up first thing in the morning and last thing at night, your dog wired their sense of safety around you. Everything that came after was built on that foundation. Your dog picked you because you were the one who was there when everything felt new, and that never leaves them. So which one of these surprised you the most? Drop it in the comments and tell us your dog's name while you are at it. If you found this helpful, hit like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.